bring this in the kitchen and throw this out in the garbage. That's garbage, and bring that in the kitchen. That's where it belongs, in the kitchen anyway. See, I mean, I didn't get all the stuff I was doing, little things I didn't get done yet. You're rushing.
Fine. Don't worry about it. Marilyn, let them know they need to go to Tito's to actually chat with you on your server. Tell me to go to the Tito's server. Yeah. Let me share you a link up to.
Thank you, Gianni. Obviously, you guys type back at me right now because you're not on the speaker.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hey, Ed, how's it going?
How you doing, man? Who's this?
Not bad. This is Johnny.
Oh, Johnny. Okay. Yeah, I just got done trying to get this place straightened out over here. Got done cleaning the refrigerator thoroughly in and out, getting rid of any old food. Wasn't that much anyway, but now it's nice and sparkling clean on the inside and out. That's good. And I got to do the rest of the area that's been neglected.
That's
for quite
good.
a while.
The upkeep isn't bad as long as you keep on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure when you did it the first time, it sucked.
Yeah. Well, you have to. And like I've been sick like the last couple of years. Since I've been here, I've been sick. Well, the last 2 springs and summers in a row, I got sick. Like I was in the hospital last year and in the nursing home shortly. The year before, I was same thing. You know, I got the flu really bad back in December too. But now I'm healthy. I'm good. I'm doing a lot better health-wise.
It's like they say, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Right. Hello, Savannah. Yeah, you have to. I mean, as far as the cleaning with the house goes, you know, if it's kept clean, the bugs aren't going to come in the first place. They can only come when it's dirty. You know, the landlord said that. That makes sense. It's true. Keep the place cleaner, and then spray, do whatever ongoing, you know, on and off, and you know, and we won't have this problem. And it's a little bit better than it was between the electronic bugs repellers we're using, and since we cleaned the kitchen, and Wiggy helped us the other day when she was over here. She did a lot of work. She's a good girl. I really appreciated that. She really worked her butt off over here, and that was nice of her. Came all the way from New Jersey to do that.
This might sound stupid, but what kind of mop do you guys have?
Huh?
Well, what sort of like mop or broom do you guys have?
I got one squeezable mop. What I need to do is we need to get some house supplies. Sure, we need one of these really good janitorial mop buckets, you know, with the squeezer and everything in it. We need that here. We also need a very small portable washer and dryer, which they do make. so that we can keep wash clothes, because it's too much to go back and forth with these huge bags of clothes up 3 flights of stairs to do laundry, and the laundromats aren't really that close to us. And I don't have a car right now, so that makes it even more difficult. So I'm looking at a couple of things we have to get for the apartment. The mop bucket and a mop strainer would be good. And I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at these washers if I can find one reasonable. Landlord don't really want us having a washer, but if it's a small little portable one, I think it'll be all right with them.
Yeah, it's not going to use that much water.
Right.
You know.
And you ain't done with it. You just unscrew it from the faucet, and you push it in the corner.
Hook up a hose.
Yeah. Some of them have a dryer too. They have washer and dryer, a little dryer on the side. Although in the summer you don't need the dryer as much, because if it's got a good wringer on it, the machine spins good and gets most of the water out of the clothes. And then all you have to do is hang them, on a clothesline on the porch outside. But that in the wintertime, that don't work, because the clothes are even wet a little bit, they'll freeze. That's the problem with that.
Yeah. And there's only so much you can hang up in the bathroom, you know?
Right. How much is a car? Hobo the Clown asked. Well, it depends where you get it from. There's a lot of buy here, pay now places where you can people with bad credit, everybody can go there, and you can get pretty reasonable. But you just got to make sure you go to the right place, that the coverages are right, and they're really gonna take care of you after you buy the car, because you can get taken on that too.
Ed, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I live in Massachusetts. I don't have a car. And every time I look into getting a car, yeah, I realize with the insurance, with the car payments, it's going to end up being at the cheapest $300 a month.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, because you got to make the payment, you got to pay your insurance.
And I have a good driving record.
And that does include the maintenance to the car either.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how Connecticut is with car insurance, if it's regulated by the state. Because I know in like Rhode Island, I'd have to pay double that because they don't regulate our insurance. So I'd give up on the car dream. You know, it's a dream.
Well, I have a valid license. I've had a car. I had a car all my life, and then I just gave up driving. It's not worth it anymore. On the government check, try to keep a car going, especially when they started pushing these electrics on everybody, and they're still doing that. And I don't like electric cars.
And the gas prices now?
Yeah, about $4 a gallon, isn't it? Something like that. I know here in Connecticut, it's like $3.50 a gallon. Down up here in Wednesday, I think. Something like that.
Looking right now at it.
I didn't look, but I think it's around $3.50, $3.75 a gallon up here. Yeah, so as far as that goes, I could just as easily, to get around here, I could just as easily get when the warmer weather's coming pretty soon, I could get me a nice moped. I used to have one of those years ago. They're cheap to run. Or get one with put a basket on the back and whatever, and you can go anywhere on those. And the only drawback to those is like a motorcycle. It starts pouring rain, you gotta get out of the rain. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ed, where you go? Yeah, honestly. I mean, I'm just thinking about getting an electric bike.
Yeah.
Just because the laws don't require insurance or registration on that. But they're more expensive than getting a moped.
Yeah.
About $1,800 new.
Like a scooter or old style mopeds, even more. But I know what you're talking about. I've found some reasonable, but you want to make sure you get something that's good too. Like if you buy used, sometimes you ask for a problem. We don't really have where I live over here, we don't really have a tech motorcycle place. We did, and it moved, so we don't have. There's not places to work on scooters and mopeds over here anymore. There was, but
Always nice when you know a guy, you know? And it costs you just a 6-pack just to help him get your shit running.
oh, hi, Craig. I'm sorry. I saw Craig left a message here for me. Thank you, Craig. I just didn't see everybody's comments on here. I'm trying to get everybody's comments. Also, let's see. Yeah. All right. So right now it's like looking at priorities, trying to make the house better to live in for me and Michelle both. Now that I'm feeling better. Man, I was just down the last couple of years, most of the time. Couldn't really do much.
I'm proud of you, though, because a lot of people, once they're down, they don't get back up. So good for you if you're going in the right direction.
Yeah. Caesars want to know if I talked to Jennifer Aniston lately. Recently, left a couple of messages. That's how I was doing. I haven't really talked to her much, if that is her, because now, like you don't really know if these people are really who they are when you're talking to them. So you think they are, you don't really know. I don't know how you can really figure that out, as far as like the celebrities. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody else want to come on? Any other questions? Yeah. Um, Basically, just trying to get the homestead together. um, at least better than what it was about a month ago, for sure.
Oh, yeah, Ed, I got a question.
Yeah.
What's up with Dory? I thought you two had a thing going.
Who's that?
Or you were possibly Dory, you and Dory. I thought you were talking about moving in together. This is a while back, but
You talking about Michelle?
no, I'm talking about you. I thought Dory wanted to move in with you.
Oh, Dory. I don't
Yeah,
know what. I still talk to her. We're friends. Just talked around and off, but I don't. I think she's settled right now. So I think she's doing good right now. It's good for her.
good. She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
A little loud between you and me. She gets loud, but I think she has a good heart.
Yeah. She's good. She only treated me good.
You should try to parlay that into a little friends with benefits action.
Yeah.
And I could see, she's very conservative sounding, but I bet she's a real wild child for sex.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you got to find out. Up to you. The world is your oyster.
I really don't like mentioning names, but I saw somebody I hadn't seen in a long time the other day at the store. Felt real good, really good to see her again. Um, So I talked to her a little, well, not really talked to her on here, but shared a couple of her videos.
Nice. Now, did you tell her that you're a YouTube star now?
I didn't really see her that long to talk to her. I was in the store shopping when I ran into her.
I don't want to get too personal, but I'm just going to ask you straight up. Was she a black lady by any chance?
No.
Oh.
This girl I've known, this girl I've known for a long time now, probably close to 10, 15 years. Yeah. No, it's not Dory, it's somebody else. She was sick, now she's doing really good too. I was glad to hear that. But it'd be nice to get some other people on here that are like into hobbies like I am with the trains, especially model trains and slot cars. But so far, I haven't really ran into anybody that's into that stuff because sports also. I love to talk sports. Haven't really ran anybody into anybody who really likes to talk to sports about sports too much. You know, these are the things I like to talk about a lot. Politics.
I really don't know anything about trains.
Yeah.
I've probably ridden more trains than you have in your life, believe it or not. I used to take a train to go to school every single day.
Yeah. Well, I always take a train whenever I go to Florida. Like, I see friends down there. I was down there for a while. Several times I've been to Florida. I always take Amtrak. Had to take bus once or twice. I didn't like it, so not near as nice as the train.
I worked in Massachusetts once
Yeah.
for this real estate place that was trying to sell a house. These two brothers died. They were twin brothers, around 70 years old, and they were pack rats. And they were obsessed with trains. One, and I don't know the terminology 100%. One guy liked the 3/4 scale, and the other one liked a different scale. Not, like I said, I don't know exactly the numbers, but the place was full to the ceiling with train paraphernalia and model trains.
Wow.
And this was the house they grew up in, and it had an old set of real train track rails in the backyard from where the train used to go through.
Wow.
But what are the different, maybe it's gauges, what are the different types of metal trains? I know that there's two primarily that people collect. Is that correct?
Most popular one is called HO, which means half O, O gauge or O scale, O size. O size is one of the bigger sizes. Then there's a G gauge, which is giant gauge. And there's another gauge called N gauge. Right now, I don't have any N gauge. Those are tiny, like suitcase, briefcases, coffee table layouts. Then there's one that's even smaller.
So which one?
The Z is even
which
smaller.
Which one do you like the most?
Oh, I've got a train layout running right here. I got 3 running trains, 3 running different gauges on it. I've got American Flyer S gauge, which is another gauge I have. I have HO gauge I just mentioned on the inside of the S gauge, and on the inside of that I have O and O27 gauge on the inside of that, all on one board over here next to the window in the living room, next to my TV.
Right, so you like a little bit of everything. You're not tied to one size.
No, it's good to have the different sizes because then you can kind of pick if you see something that's a better bargain in a different gauge. You're not stuck to just one gauge, you know. Like as a rule, most O and O 27 trains are more expensive than HO. HO is the lowest price gauge. S gauge is the most expensive. But I'm fortunate that I got a bunch of S gauge stuff. I was lucky to find it on eBay and stuff, reasonable. So I got a pretty good S gauge collection, which a lot of people don't have. That's a tough gauge to work with because of the cost and everything. American Flyer. It's
Is that because the HO is more common? Like you can find those easier? Is that why they're a little cheaper?
It's just I think because more it's scaled, it's more scaled, looks more like it looks really realistic. Most of the HO trains to scale. It's doesn't it's supposed to take up less room than the O gauge or the bigger trains, but that's not necessarily true because I got my 027 O gauge track, which is tighter radius track. I got it right on the inside of the HO scale track. I got's on the outside of it. And then outside of that, I got my wider scale. That's even wider scale track is the S gauge, American Flyer. But
have you ever collected like sports cards, like baseball cards, football cards?
Yeah, I got some sports stuff a friend of mine brought over here. He gave me that for a Christmas present. It was really nice of him. It's because I'm a big New York Mets fan. And he got me 1973 New York Mets National League champions team picture with the World Series against Oakland that year, and I got all that stuff. Was pretty cool. Yeah. Although it wasn't cool, they lost in 7 games, but it was still a really good season in history if you know your sports. Really exciting Mets team that year. Came out of last place, like 30th of August, out of last place, and won the division, then won the pennant against the Cincinnati Reds, who were a powerhouse in those days. They used to call it the Big Red Machine. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Bench.
Yeah. They beat them to get to the World Series, and then they lost the World Series in 7 games. But it could have went both ways, that series. It's too bad they lost, but it's still a lot of good memories, boy. That's my favorite. That was my favorite. People say, well, they won it all in 86. They won it all in 69. Weren't you happier with that? 69, I was a kid. I don't remember that well, 69. But 86, I was happy with. And I'm also a Red Sox fan, believe it or not. I like both teams the same. I'm also a Red Sox fan. I'll never forget that 86 series. But I didn't feel bad because I was even in that. Like, I couldn't pick one team or the other because I like them both the same, the Red Sox and Mets. I've been to Fenway Park before. And I also been to Citi Field before, New York City recently. And I did go to Shea Stadium when that was open.
The 86 World Series was the first World Series I remember as a child.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Massachusetts. Obviously, I was a Red Sox fan. And I remember going to bed during Game 6. And the Red Sox were up. And I'm like, oh, I can go to bed. It's in the bag. My parents were like, you got to go to school tomorrow. And I remember waking up and finding out the Mets won. And I was so heartbroken.
Oh, yeah. That was like that Game 6 of that World Series was really a miracle for the Mets. That would do. I mean, that's the first time in history that ever happened. There was no. I think there was either one man on or nobody on base. I think there was nobody on base when they started the rally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was nobody on base and there was 2 outs. And they came back, even though there was 2 errors that did it. They'd say, well, the Red Sox blew it. It didn't matter. It's like that's the first time in history that ever happened. Like, no, there's not. You don't even have. You're 1 out away from being eliminated. They even had the news crews downstairs in the Red Sox clubhouse. And
I'm sure they already printed the hats and everything.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, it was just I never saw nothing like that in my life. I remember I still watch the videos. It made me feel pretty good, but not for the Red Sox, but for the Mets part.
And like I said, everyone tried to blame Bill Buckner. Yeah, he fucked up, but a lot of other people fucked up for the Red Sox. like was it Calvin Schiraldi? They took him out. You know what I mean? There was so many things that contributed them losing. It wasn't all Bill Buckner.
No, maybe some of the managers' decisions weren't that good either. John McNamara, he was supposed to be a good manager, but maybe he made,
Sucked.
you know. It's like look at the Red Sox recently now. Okay, the Mets. One of the best Mets managers in their history was Bobby Valentine. Bobby
I don't
Valentine.
get me started with him.
He came over to manage the Red Sox, and I can't believe he did so bad there. Then the next season that he resigned. Next season they won the pennant. You know, Red Sox.
I'm not a big fan of Bobby Valentine. I remember when they brought him in.
Yeah.
And he was like Joe Hollywood. He thought he was a big shot.
Yeah.
And that was right after. Who the fuck did he replace? Not Grady Little. Whatever.
They had a pretty good winning manager, if I remember right, when they replaced him.
Terry Francona was the manager they replaced.
Okay, but he had already left on his own. Yeah, Terry didn't resign. I mean, he just wanted to sign somewhere else, I guess. They didn't let him go, if I remember right.
Well, I heard there was a little controversy. A lot of people say he was addicted to painkillers. And they kind of forced him out, but without firing him. You know what I mean? They let him resign so they wouldn't have to fire him.
Right.
But Terry Francona came back, and didn't he win another fucking World Series with somebody?
Yeah, he almost won it with Cleveland because Cleveland lost in 7 games, just barely.
That's right.
To the Cubs.
That's right.
To the Cubs, just barely. Yeah. So Cleveland still hasn't won. He's still with Cleveland. They changed the name. You know, that's what gets me too. Why they got to change these names of these teams? That's so stupid. You know, people are always going to know them as the Cleveland Indians. You know, not the Cleveland Guardians. You know.
No, the Guardians is a stupid name.
Yeah.
But I get why they changed it. It makes sense from a PR standpoint. Yeah, it is offensive. I really, that doesn't bother me.
No, I don't think it's offensive to the Native American nations. They're actually honored. They probably feel good about having a sports team named after their American Indian, heritage. There's nothing wrong with that, They're not knocking.
But Native Americans aren't even Indians. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the Native Americans.
Native Americans, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think they're too big a fan of that name and that character. But I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much.
Just like they got rid of the name.
Fuck the Native Americans.
They got rid of the name for was it Washington?
Yeah, the Redskins.
Redskins, yeah. Yeah.
Washington football team. They were known as
now they're thinking about there's a new owner or something, and he wants to go back to the Redskins name that they had because he thought it was stupid they got rid of the name. I don't know. I mean, Redskins, you could look at it. That's kind of like a sharp, like redskin. Okay.
Yeah.
A Native American is that's, I guess, I don't know why. I think is it in their blood or something that that's why they call them Redskins. That was like,
no, it's because the skin is red.
Red, okay.
It's like tinge a hue of red. I get why think about it. If they called some team the Detroit Blackskins, you know what I mean? They burned down the fucking city, and they had every right to.
Yeah. So anyway, you were talking about the trains before. Now they added Metro North added extra trains going from Hartford, and Hartford, as you know, is right between Boston and New York. But now they added extra trains from Metro North to connect up with Amtrak, and so now you can basically choose if you live in Connecticut, if you want to go to Boston for the day, go see a Red Sox game, or if you want to go to New York City, It's about 2 hours both ways from Hartford. If you live in Hartford, directly Hartford area, it's 2 hours to Boston, 2 hours to from Winstead to New York City.
I don't think the train industry is doing that good, which is stupid because in countries like Japan, the train system is like, if you took the train systems out of Japan, the country would fall apart because everyone uses it because they know it's efficient, it's cost effective, and it's better for the environment.
Yeah, you're wrong about that though, because I keep up on this stuff, and right now what's happening is
Right.
because of the economy, the railroad they're having strikes with problems with the unions right now, difficulties that way. But freight was at an all-time high. The business they were doing in the railroad freight, and Amtrak's ridership went up like 90, 80, I think I said 86 or 5% in the last year.
Is that for just freight, or is
No,
that
that was
also
for
passenger?
Amtrak for passenger.
Oh,
Yeah. And I remember when I took the train to Tampa, it was full. There wasn't hardly any empty seats. It was pretty much full. The train car I was in anyway, it was next to full. And an awful lot of people got on that train. There was an awful lot of people in line getting in that train before I got on it, coming back up north to a couple of years ago.
I used to take the train to work when I lived in Boston because there's no parking anywhere. So obviously I just take the train. And my first day on this job, and it was a company I worked for a little bit, but it was a new construction job. The first day, I get up, I go to the train station. It's like 6 a.m, and I start talking to this woman, and she's nice looking, like she's really nice, if you know what I mean. And like we're talking on the train and everything too, and then she's going to get off like at Kenmore Square.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, do you have to go somewhere, or can you get off right now? And I'm like, give me a minute. I got off the train. I texted my boss. I'm like, hey, I'll be a couple hours late today, but I'll give you a good story, and I'll pick you up coffee. So I got off the train with this woman. I fucked her. And then I went to Dunkin' Donuts, picked up a couple of coffees for the guys, and said, hey, I'm sorry. I know it's the first day, and I'm late, but I have coffee, and I'll tell you why I was late. And they were like, oh, all right, you're all set. We'll put you in for the full day. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So yeah, like I say, it's a lot of stuff because of the pandemic too. That
I
caused
just had to get that out.
that caused a lot of older stuff to make a comeback. Like okay, for instance, I was talking about this the other night. Drive-in theaters made a huge comeback. Matter of fact, they said that 85% of drive-in business of the theater the film industry said they came from drive-ins last year. Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Rustic Drive-In in Rhode Island,
No, I
like
heard
the
of
north
that.
part of Rhode Island?
I've heard of that one. I've never been there though. No.
I used, like, even before the pandemic, I love the drive-in because I like sitting in my car.
Yeah.
I like not having to hear other people's fucking conversations. And if I'm bringing a date, you know what I mean? Well, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
I love the drive-in, even though that place sucked. Like, the parking lot was all hills. It was all torn up. But it was an awesome time.
Yeah.
But I always thought people were crazy not to have these drive-ins and play old movies. Like movies that they wouldn't have to pay a lot for.
Yeah.
I saw Nightmare on Elm Street in an old drive-in. I saw Jaws at an old drive-in. Obviously, I'm too young to have seen these when they came out. But seeing them on a big screen, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's been one of my dreams too. Actually, from when I was younger, I always knew that a drive-in was a good business. We had one right in my town where I grew up in South Windsor, Connecticut. We had a drive-in right near us, and we went frequently when I was a child. Unfortunately, it closed down because the owner didn't own the land, so the owner went up on the rent so high that General Cinema said the hell with it. They didn't want to pay the rent no more, so they cleaned all the. They just got out. They just gave up the lease, and that sat there for years and years and years, and dilapidated, didn't do nothing, and that's a shame. That's a shame in that story. I had another one near me too that was in Manchester, Connecticut. Same thing. They did a good business. You shut down for basically the same reasons.
I mean, now when you go to the drive-in, it's not like in the old days where either you pull up to like a speaker box, or they give you the speaker box that you put, on your window in your car. Now you just have to tune it to, like, it'll say right on the screen, like, tune your radio to 87.9.
Yeah.
And they have an FM transmitter. It just goes right to your car.
Right. That's another thing. That's another thing. I just read something about how they're some of the drive-in owners are bringing back the speakers, but they're updated.
Oh, wow.
But they're updated newer speakers. In other words, they don't have to use wires; they're wireless. Because what they're doing is they've been giving a lot of people transistor radios too. Little transistor radios, and if they for an option. So they figured, well, why don't we try these? And just started doing it. This is something new too. They're modeled just exactly like after the old speakers, but they're wireless speakers.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and they go on the poles. But they're like, some of the places are a lot leery about doing that because they say people could steal them easier.
Yeah, there's more maintenance too, like upkeep. I'm sure you got to charge the speakers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was the best movie you saw to drive in?
Let's see.
You ever see The Godfather?
I think The Fly was. A movie
called. What was that? I'm sorry.
A movie called The Fly. That was about a guy that took he took this serum special serum, and it changed him into an insect, the fly. But is
it the original one or the one with Jeff Goldblum that came out in the 80s?
This is the one from the 80s because I saw one of the last movies they had at the Plainville Drive-In, and it was The Fly. I remember that. Yeah. So yeah, I like, that's another reason why I wanted to get a car too, is because I really would like to go to the drive-in again. I miss going to the drive-in. I have some friends that might want to go this year though, so possibly I might get to go and have cars.
If you got 4 friends, well, what's the drive-in now? $30, $40 a car?
No, actually they're pretty reasonable. You could see in a lot of drive-ins, see 2 features instead of 1 for one price. They have Carlo, like we have a drive-in right down the street here in Barkhamsted, Connecticut, called Pleasant Valley Drive-In Theater. And it's a little drive-in, but it packed. Now, ever since the pandemic, their business soared so high that you can't even get in there. If there's a good movie, you can't even get in there. You got to get there a few hours ahead of time, and people wait in line going down the street. That's how good their business was last year. And they had to turn cars away.
Okay. So,
now what do you bring for food at the drive-in? I when I go to the drive-in, I don't buy their food. Their food's trash. I usually go pick up a pizza, get some beers, some weed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
they people still bring their own food in, like chips and stuff in the car. You can't really stop that, but it's probably better, like maybe pay a little bit more for the popcorn and get it right from the snack bar, being that it's hot popcorn with fresh butter on it, instead of having something in a bag that you bought, at the convenience store. It kind of takes away from the enjoyment, And a lot of these drive-ins are low in there. I saw a write-up on one owner. He's trying to keep the prices down. He said a lot of the prices in the concession stands have been too high. So they're trying to keep the prices down so people will buy more, want to buy more out of the concession, you know? And I would like to get a drive-in going if I could. I mean, I tried to when I was younger. I actually did try to get the drive-in going. I told you about that. I lived nearby as a kid. I actually did try to get that up and running, but I talked to a couple of investors. I didn't have really enough capital for a down payment, but I was close though. I got them to build a flea market in there for a while, and then it never went to a drive-in. But I got people talking, anyways.
Was it called Ed's Flea Market?
No, it was they just what they did was they just they gutted the snack bar, cleaned it out, and fixed the snack bar part of it, and made a flea market in there. That's another thing about a drive-in, especially nowadays, is that it's not just one business. It's not just a movie. They're putting concerts in the drive-ins now, live concerts. You still have the car swap meets, old car shows, flea markets, all that stuff's during the day. That's all extra income that you can make off of driving.
Now, Ed, what's the best concert you've seen in your life? The best concert, like music.
Rolling Stones.
I know you like good music.
The Rolling Stones. That's my favorite band. That's the best concert I've seen. Them and the Monkees.
What year did you see it?
I saw the Rolling Stones in 1981, and I saw the Monkees 3 different times. I'm also a big Monkees fan too. I saw them 3 different times. Most recently in 2013, I saw the Monkees with Michael Nesmith.
I think we've had this discussion, but the Monkees are one of those bands that are so underrated. People just think they're a TV show, and they're not. They're like legitimate musicians.
No, they were. It was supposed to be just for TV in the beginning, and then what happened was they realized they were so good as a band. They actually liked each other as people, and then they gelled. And they, after a while, they spoke up, and they wanted their own independence. And after 2 albums, the third album, Headquarters, it was called. That album was a smash hit. It outsold the Beatles and the Rolling Stones in 1967.
And what's your personal favorite Monkees song?
Pleasant Valley Sunday.
I have to listen to that. I'm not sure of it. I probably heard it, but I'm not sure of that.
And then there's a new song. They had a new album out called Good Times that came out in 2016. Now that's 2016. It was called Good Times. The whole album was excellent. I couldn't believe how good it sounded. But there's a song in there called Me and Magdalena 2. And then Me and Magdalena 1 is slow. Version 2 is strong, hard, fast. And it's excellent. Both songs are excellent off that album. But they did excellent on that album. The first album they did in 40 years or something. But it broke a lot of chart records.
Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys?
Yeah.
He came out with an album maybe 10 years ago. And it's this album called Smile, which, it was an album he worked on after Pet Sounds.
Yeah.
And he got all fucked up and never finished it.
Yeah.
So he redid it. He didn't use the old tracks. The old tracks are still around. You can search for them. But he redid the album, and I could not believe how good it was. The guy is just a talented human being. He might be a fuck up.
I got some other messages on a bunch of people. Bunch of other people are trying to talk to me on here, and I've been talking to you. So I gotta talk to some of these other people who are asking me questions on here.
Go for it.
I'll
go, man.
Talk about marriage. Proposal. I never put out a proposal to anybody. I don't know what you're talking about. That one there. I never got married because to me, I see it as just a piece of paper. Especially if you're on government benefits, forget it. if you get married, you're going to lose your government benefits in most cases, or they're going to be cut at least. And marriage is just a piece of paper. Two people like each other enough. They don't need to say they're married. They could just say they're married to each other. It don't have to be legal. Because then if they don't like each other after a while, then they have to go get lawyers and separate everything and this and that, and pay all that money for divorces. Well, I mean, what's the sense, you know? If they're not married and it's over, it's over. There you go your way, I go mine, and that's it, you know?
That's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, they say 50% of marriages end in divorce anyway. So, gives a shit. All right. Brad, it was nice talking to you. I'll let somebody else take over.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me your time.
Yeah. Nice talking to you. What was your name again? Hello?
Johnny?
Gianni?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. It was nice talking to you. Yeah, it was nice too. I remember you sent Michelle some gifts. That was nice of you. So, yeah, I'm thankful for that.
I'm going to look.
You know, you're friends with
I'm
her.
going to look.
You were been nice to her for and stuff, and that's been nice, you know.
And I've been looking on the internet for a shirt for you. But I'm not making any promises. When I find the right shirt, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, well, I don't have any. I have a Mets hat, but I don't have no Red Sox stuff. So right now, I was looking at some maybe again the Red Sox hat or a shirt or something Red Sox too, which I right now don't have no Red Sox stuff. Somebody just gave me a cap that you can drink beers out of. It's like a specialty type of cap, but it's red. So I was gonna get a sticker for it. Put a Boston sticker on the front of it. Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely cool. But I'll look out for you. All right, you have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Good luck to the Red Sox.
Sucks.
Okay, I have to go for a minute. I'll be right back. I have to go use the bathroom. I got to take a short break here. So give me a few minutes. I'll be right back, people. Michelle, I had to take a bathroom break, so.
Okay. Just let them know if they ask who you are. I'll just tell them you're in the bathroom.
Johnny, terrible.
06. Okay.
That was
try that.
That was a terrible interview. Wait, what's that?
Fixing something on the computer. Okay. So,
Well, no, I'm going to have to ask these hard-hitting questions that nobody wanted to ask because, again, for some strange reason, you can't ask anything like this. And I want to know about the guns. I want to know about the kissing. I want to know about the marriage proposal. I want to know about the bed.
I screwed up. Oh, shoot. I thought I had it right. I guess it's wrong. Okay.
Yeah, really?
9314.
What's the name of this channel again? Ed's Trains and Hobbies, right? Yeah. Ed?
So he'll be right back. He's sweating in his bathroom. So give him a minute.
Gianni, I'm gonna be honest with you, Gianni. This guy had 20-something viewers up here, and you destroyed it by talking about the monkeys and some other bullshit. That was yeah. Who doesn't like the monkeys? Dude, I used to love the monkeys when I was a kid. I used to go to the Riverville Public Library and get all the F-45. Dude, I restart my phone to get out of this fucking chat. I don't even know how to get. Throw it against the wall. Yeah. Hey, but God's hero, a big props for donating to Michelle. Appreciate it. No, I seriously, dude, I want her to make money here. I want her to be happy with this. You know, no one really.
People do, but she needs a reason for why she gets it. She can't just get it.
You're right. You're right. And you didn't ask her to do anything stupid, nothing crazy. I mean, what the fuck? Minimal effort.
You know what? You put stuff like that up, and it creates content for people, helps my channel out, and it keeps everybody talking about everyone else. So
Yeah, you gotta help each other.
yeah. So again, I'm glad to help Michelle. Just sometimes when you do that, it's a double-edged sword. She'll.
It's actually turns out to be a regular unrestricted.
Seriously, how the fuck do I have this?
Really? You're getting me scared, because
Okay, I'm back.
Get off your
people.
phone. See if that happens. See if it.
That's what I did. I restarted.
Really?
I'll figure it out.
I'm back, people.
All right, Ed, I gotta ask you these questions, okay?
Yeah.
It's got Hero, by the way, or Bobby Starr. Listen, Michelle said one night, all right, I don't know if this happened one night or multiple nights. There was some kissing involved between you two, maybe some touching. Who initiated the kissing? Did you go up to Michelle and start kissing on her, or did she start kissing on you? Was it mutual?
No, it was kiss on the cheek. Grab her, hugged her, kiss her on the cheek. It was probably a good moment. Something. That's what I usually do, like a friendly, kiss and hug her. Like it was probably one of those moments. We had a lot of those.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you didn't kiss her on the lips and like grab her boobs or anything like that?
No.
So what is this marriage proposal thing about? She's insisting that you asked her to marry her?
Well, that was years and years ago before I even knew the gist of the whole situation. And then things kind of changed a little bit after that. Because when I first met her, I didn't know, her situation, and so I had a crush on her in the
Do you
beginning.
still have feelings for Michelle?
Huh?
Do you still have feelings for Michelle?
I certainly do as a person. I definitely care what happens to her. I want to make sure she's all right. I do really, as a person. And for a while there, I felt like, she didn't care about me, like I really did. But I think there was just a lot
Let me
going
ask you a
on.
question.
Whatever.
Serious question, all right? How could you say that about her when she brought you into the house? You weren't living there. She was living there, right?
No,
She
no.
brings
See,
you over there. She gives you a place to live.
Yeah, but see,
right?
no,
How could you say that?
what it was the reason why I thought that was because when I was in the rest home, um, she was telling friends of hers that. See, I guess I mistook it the wrong way because she didn't think that I should live here. Maybe she thought it was. She said it was because she told me as we talked about it. She said because she thought that medically, I wasn't going to be good enough for me to live here because of the third floor, the steps, and all those different issues. So that I shouldn't have felt that way at all. But at the time, I kind of felt like that a little. She didn't really. But then she said, "Well." I really like living by myself, so that's a whole different issue for her too. I don't know what brought that on, but she said she likes living by herself.
Ed, you guys sleep in the same bed, correct?
Yeah,
Ed, you guys sleep in the same bed, right?
Yeah, because there's only one bed in the house. I can't sleep on this couch.
Let me ask you a question. If we got you like a futon, would you sleep on the futon? I mean, is this an issue? Do you like sleeping in the same bed together? Or do you want like another bed?
Really, I'm trying to figure out how I could get something else to sleep on here in the living room. Yeah, because this couch is not. It's not meant to sleep on. It's very narrow and it's very uncomfortable to sleep on. That's why I sleep in there. There's nowhere else to sleep in here. And yeah, I've been looking around trying to see what I could do to get something else to sleep on. And I have to move this couch out of here probably to make room like a futon or one of those day couches, something that's a couch during the day, something to sleep on at night would work good, if I could get a hold of one, reasonable.
So let me ask you another question, Ed. When you lay down with Michelle, does Michelle ever touch you? Do you ever touch Michelle?
No.
Is there any kind of like romance or anything like that?
Nope. Nope.
Has
Michelle will
there
even
been?
attest to that. Michelle,
What
right?
are you talking about?
They're asking if we ever touch each other in bed. I said, no, we don't do that stuff at all. You know?
I don't even know what you're talking
Okay, I heard otherwise, but differently. Okay, what about Michelle and her recent ChatterBait thing? Are you supporting this? Are you supporting Michelle doing porno on social media?
Chatterbait, I'm not on that site because I think that there's just a lot of people on there that would try to take advantage of somebody. Especially nowadays, there's a lot of females that would try to take advantage of a nice guy. You know, they're only interested in one thing, and that's this money. You know, what they can get out of them.
45.
Yeah, Hobo and George Lucas. I think I'm seriously thinking about donating some money for a bed for Ed, because this is Ed. You want your own bed for sure, right? Like, there's no reason for you to be on that bed except for the fact that it's a lot more comfortable than the couch. That looks like a pretty big couch. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's narrow though. It's very narrow to sleep on. You can't move around. It's
Would you be
comfortable to
okay
sit
if we
on.
just got you a mattress and you could just put it on the floor?
No, I'm saying this couch here is comfortable to sit on, but to sleep on, there's no room. It's the width of it is very. It's not no room to like toss and turn. I toss and turn a lot at night, move around. It's not. It's very like tight. It's a narrow couch, you know, in that way. But
Gianni's saying the couch is too low. You think it's too low, or would you need something like to be a certain height? Or?
no, we put razors on it. It's high enough now. We put razors on, and we bought razors and put them on the legs of the couch, so it's definitely
All right,
high
so
enough.
Ed, if we did get you another mattress, would there be a place to put it in the house, or is it like not enough room there?
Well, we'd have to do what I have to do is get the couch. This couch really it's got to go out anyway because it's getting old. It's kind of dirty, and it's probably got roaches in it because we got roaches in the apartment. So it's really got to go anyway. So I would put a futon or a sleeper couch in here to replace it. You know, something nice.
So, getting back to when you were going to marry Michelle, were you expecting her to take your last name if you guys were to get married? Like, what would you guys have done on your honeymoon? Like, you guys would have gotten married, and what would you have done on your honeymoon?
Yeah. I don't know. See, a lot of things have changed over the years too in our lives, both of us. Since I knew her when she was younger, you just a lot of different changes taking place. It's not um, really like major changes in places we lived at and all things going on around us and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to
What
answer.
attracted you to Michelle? Like, what made you like want to get married to her? What was the the thing that made you want to ask Michelle to marry you?
Because I thought for a brief time there, that she was, a real good. I still think she's a real good person, but that was the reason, and I still think that. But I don't know. I'm not. I don't feel like marrying anybody anymore. So, like I said, I really can't. There was another girl that I was in love with. I really wanted to marry a girl, and first time I really proposed to anybody to really marry legally, and I fell in love with her hand over fist, like, and I really wanted to work out. We finally ended up splitting up.
Like, what did she have that Michelle didn't have?
Um, she
Oh, payment. That's it.
Yeah, you don't have to answer it if it's too much. I'm just wondering about this relationship. I don't want to put you on the spot. It's just you know. She was saying today that there was a proposal. She also told us that there was some kissing, there was also some rubbing, and the reason why you guys never had sex is because he doesn't have a vagina, but you guys have touched each other in the past.
Right.
Was that true?
Yeah, we did in the past.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Did she use a vibrator on you? She was insisting that she used a vibrator on you.
No.
Did you use the vibrator on her?
No.
She's lying.
Let's just put it front there, bro.
Yeah, she said it. Oh, do
Can
you
we talk?
vibrate?
Can we talk about something else? That's like I'm always getting slammed with questions about this personal.
All right.
It's like I just want to close this though with saying something that she's probably the best friend that I ever had in my life. Always been there for me. Always has been. We had our ups and downs, yes. She's moody, yes. I'm moody too, so I don't blame her. I don't knock her because I definitely have my faults. And the apartment.
Wait, have you ever hit Michelle?
No, never hit her.
Did you ever think about doing it? Like, did she ever get you like so mad that you wanted to clock her across the face or something?
Not.
I think you paid the whole bill with this.
Not really, but sometimes we did get in some. She did piss me off quite a bit. Some couple of arguments we had because, well, I understand her better now too because she can't hear that good. So a lot of times I have to repeat myself, but that's not her fault. But she can't hear that good at all. I keep telling her, I think she's trying to go get to a hearing specialist.
Sorry, Ed. Do you how many beers do you drink a day? Do you drink every day or just on the weekends?
Nothing much to do much around here except mess with the trains, listen to some music, watch television, or drink beer. So you figure it out.
Oh, and red pepper sandwich though. Did Michelle tell you about the training show that was happening in the Bronx this weekend?
In the Bronx?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the training show in the Bronx, Saturday and Sunday. But she said you didn't want to go, so we didn't go.
Well, I wouldn't mind going to that. This coming Saturday and Sunday or last Sunday or last weekend?
This coming Saturday. So.
No, I wouldn't mind going. No, I wouldn't mind going at all.
Ed, you ever have provolone and sun-dried red peppers?
Yep. I love grinders or hoagie sandwiches or submarines, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, and I love to make them all different kinds, whether it be veal parmesan, chicken parmesan, tuna fish grinder, seafood salad grinder. I just love grinders, especially with provolone cheese on it.
Yay!
Ed, I gotta tell you something. Hold on, check this out.
Sweet.
Oh!
Awesome. Love it.
What?
He's the one that we're talking about because my Blue Cross Anthem card gives me access to pay my bills for like $50 a month. I just used it to pay my home phone bill. So it's one less thing to pay this month. Whee! You hit big bad zero.
Is Michelle okay?
Yeah, I don't know. Who are you talking to, Michelle?
Anybody on your chat that's listening?
Oh, she's on the same chat. I didn't know that.
See, I got this just like your customer stuff. I got this thing from Anthem Blue Cross that I get $50 a month that I can use towards my utility bills. Well, I just paid my home phone bill with this card. So that's $40 more I didn't have to pay out of pocket. Nice.
Yeah,
you win, Michelle.
That is nice. Yep. They're gonna cut their truck. Well, they're not going to, but they're gonna try to cut Social Security. I heard on the news. That ain't gonna be good. That's not gonna be good for people on If they do it, I hope they do it the right way, and they only take it away extra that people don't need. The ones that get, some of them get more than what they need. Those are the ones that should be cut, not the ones that get just enough to live on. That ain't gonna work.
Right, like Bergs and Anderson Henderson and all those people.
They sit there, turtle. Ooh, yeah.
Who are they?
You know what? You're right. Look, you're a genius.
Losers.
Yay! I'll take that. That's cool. I can see $200 gross profit this month coming up. Awesome.
So, and
Smoking
who
cool.
buys the toilet paper in there? Who buys like all the condiments, the toothpaste, all that stuff? Who's buying them?
Well, whenever I get that stuff, I go to the. If ever I can get a ride over there to get it, I usually go with Krista, and I get like some. I don't use toilet paper myself at all, but paper towels and stuff like that I get at the dollar store.
You don't use toilet paper? Or what do you do?
No, I wash out. Myself. It's
That's the
better.
best
It's
way to-
cleaner and it's better that way. You wash out yourself. Yeah, that's what I do.
How do you do that? You just like go and then you jump in the shower?
Yeah, and sprayer and spray it with soap and everything. Yeah, wash out. Yeah.
Because people in her live stream were saying that, oh, Ed doesn't wipe his ass. He's got poop up there all the time. And hold on, check this out.
No, I wash out all the time when I go, because toilet paper doesn't work, because it just doesn't really work. I mean, yeah, I use so many pieces before it gets clean, and then it's not even clean really.
You're right about that. You're absolutely right about it. I've been saying that for years.
Yep.
I've been saying that for years. You're just basically pushing poop around your butthole. That's it. Yeah.
So we have a
Does
flexible.
Michelle wipe or does she go in the shower?
We have a
How many
flexible.
times a week does Michelle shower?
We have a flexible hose that goes into the bathtub and that can be used as a shower or on your body, whatever you want to do. That's how I shower up, and that's how I clean up. You can move it all around your body, and it's on a hose, and that's the best kind you could have.
Wipe at all?
He doesn't wipe. So basically, you just poop. So, Ed, you just poop, right? And you just jump right in the shower, right?
Right? Yeah. Right to the
Yeah.
sprayer. Yep.
No, he doesn't wipe the poop off. He doesn't use toilet paper at all.
Right.
I think that's the best way to do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Well,
I don't think there's that much poop on your butt. I mean, Ed, is there like a lot of brown water in the shower when you're doing that, or is it just?
Well, yeah. Well, that's going to happen anyway. Anytime I mean, it's just gonna any dirt off your body, it's gonna come off in the shower or wherever you're showering,
Yeah.
a tub or whatever. Anyway,
Do you pee in the shower?
No,
Like, why don't you just poop and pee in the shower at the same time?
no, you can't do that. No, I use the toilet for that thing. Use it just for
Why not?
cleaning.
It goes down to the waste drain and wastewater. It's the same thing. But Ed, listen. I pee in the shower. You gotta pee in the shower. Don't tell me you don't pee in the shower. Yeah, I pee in the shower all the time. Ed, you really don't pee in the shower. Hey, Krista, how are you?
No,
You really don't pee in the shower?
no.
There's never been a time where you're washing your body, right? And you're just like, oh, you know what would feel really good right now? With the hot water all over my body, just me urinating. I do that all the time. All the time. What?
No,
Not
I use the
disgusting.
toilet for its for. I use the toilet for what it's for. You're
so,
Does Michelle pee in the shower? Do you ever catch her doing that? Or
no. How about we talk about something more interesting? Like this is kind of like boring and stupid. This
Okay.
conversation.
do you ever take showers together?
No,
You ever want to?
no.
What's going on? What's going on under that ball cap? I've never seen your hair. Are you bald? Do you have all your hair? What's up?
There you go. Bald. Need another haircut actually around the sides. But
Okay.
bald on
I
top.
didn't know if you had hair. You're bald. Yeah. I'm bald too. You ever think about donating your hair to Locks for Love?
I don't even know what that is.
It's an organization where you can like donate your locks to like children in need or something like that. So basically, just the kids that have cancer. So basically, just grow your hair really long, and then like cut it in a couple years and donate it to Locks for Love.
No, I never thought of that.
Lady Wayne is in there saying you're done, Savannah. Leave Lady Wayne alone. I mean, Savannah alone. Shouldn't do anything to you, Melvin. Come on. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, my God. No, Ed is being a good sport. Ed's great. Ed, what's up with the Mets this year?
It's kind of hard to tell because look what happened last year. The Phillies finished below them in the standings and barely made the playoffs, and then went all the way to win to win the pennant. And the Mets spent all that money, had all those players on paper, and then didn't even get past the Padres in the first round. So you can't even really predict it anymore.
Where are you from? Are you from Queens?
No, I'm from originally. I'm from South Windsor, Connecticut, which is a suburb of Hartford, Connecticut.
So my question to you is, why the Mets? Why not the Yankees?
I never liked, because I'm a Red Sox fan. That's my other team. That's my other team, Red Sox. Yeah, I like both teams just as much. Like I was telling somebody else, that E6 series, I like both teams the same. So I wasn't unhappy with the outcome, the way it happened.
Oh my God! Yeah, I witnessed Ed's face morph from a demonic entity. Yeah.
Remember your trip with me?
Mandela effect.
Mandela, yeah.
You saw that, right, Hobo? Did you see that? Oh my God.
Hello, Kathy. I don't know if I talked to you before. Are you new on here?
Hi, Noodles.
Oh, hey, Michelle. Thank you for the advertisement today. Michelle, I just wanted to tell you that I'm not paying you every day for that. I'm just paying you for that one day.
Yeah, yeah. You did send me some money, didn't you? I think you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's $bucks, right? But here's the thing: I've sent you a lot more money, so I think you should probably just keep it going for about a week. Just call it even.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to slowly work our weight off that we put on over the years. So that's taking some time to do that. And of course, I'm still trying to get my finances back in check too. Just and the insurance plan I'm on now provides the money in the card program that gives me money for utilities and groceries and things like that. I don't know about the grocery, but definitely the medical bills.
Now, Michelle, I got a question for you, Michelle. If you were to marry Ed, would you have taken his last name?
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna marry Ed. I don't think, because I know he did ask me back in at the Berkshire Cafe when I was living in Torrington, and I turned him down then. I don't. Besides that, once I married him,
yeah, Ed, did you get on your hands and knees or like on one knee with the ring? Is that how you asked her to marry you?
Well, that was the last time you asked me, yeah. But the thing is
You-
also since I'm also a disabled adult child,
Michelle,
if I
we have
marry
a
him,
ring.
I lose that benefit as well.
Yeah,
and
well,
that's
neither
a
one of us,
Michelle,
neither one of us are
present
ever going to
the
get
ring to
married.
you.
Neither one of us are ever going to get married because we're not going to. We can barely afford to live what we live on, and they can't afford to lose no benefits.
Yeah, Ed, I understand that,
Yeah.
but did you go to her with a ring? Did you get down on your one knee and like did you ask her parents if you could marry her? Was
No,
it something like that?
No,
Just-
and her parents
just didn't
never,
feel like you would
never,
get married.
and her parents never wanted no part of that. They saw me as a good friend of hers after a while. Matter of fact, her mother stopped in here Christmas time. I didn't see her in so many years. It's nice to see her though, because her parents are good people. They helped me out one time with a car I had that was in my name. I didn't even ask them or nothing. And they gave me money for a car repair that I didn't have, and I paid them back almost all of it. And then they said, don't worry about the rest. So I think they're good people. Ray died, unfortunately. Her father died, but her mother I still think is a good person.
Michelle talked about them like they're like bad people. Like I always picture Michelle's parents as like these evil. Yeah, but she always talks about like her parents like they're like nasty.
No, they're not. They're real good people. I mean, who would help somebody out like that? I didn't even ask them or nothing, and they volunteered it when I had a car. That was me and Michelle were friends, and we that's all we were, friends. We knew each other, and then their father came to me and said, well, I can do you this favor. I can help you pay this car bill. And I said, well, I could pay you back. And he said, don't even worry about paying me back, even though I did, or mostly all of it. And and her mother was in. He had agreed to it. She agreed to it too. Anyway, I thought that that was a real nice gesture, and I think they're good people. I always have thought they're good people. Sorry that he rest in peace, Ray. Her father was a really nice guy, and I thought her mother was the same way. I still think her mother's nice. It was actually nice to see her, even though just briefly when she stopped in here. I don't think she's too happy though about what she saw in the apartment.
They wouldn't care if you guys got married. But my question to you is, when you went to Michelle and asked her to marry, did you get on your one knee? Did you have a ring? Did you throw rose petals on the ground for her? What did you do?
No. Yeah, I really don't want to talk about this no more. You guys keep asking these questions about that. You're beating a dead horse, basically. Okay. We're friends. We're always going to be
friends. Remember that. I understand you don't want to talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, talk about it.
No,
it's
a closed deal. We both agree we're friends. I'd be happy for her if she got somebody. She'd be happy for me if I got somebody, in my life. So that's the way we look at it.
If she got somebody, Ed, you'd be out of there. You'd be out of there in 2 seconds. You wouldn't be too happy.
I'm not.
You think if Michelle came home with a husband tonight, that you'd be staying there tonight?
What?
Well, that might make things. Since the landlord doesn't want more than 2 people in here anyway, so.
Oh. Ed, why don't you move to New Jersey? I'll rent you a room.
New Jersey? What part of New Jersey are you from?
Bergen County.
I like to be near the city areas where I can get buses and stuff. That's another thing that sucks over here. There's nothing here.
We'll probably get back to Hartford in like an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Just for your panel on your YouTube side of thing, if you want to join Ed, you got to join him on Discord to chat because he doesn't have a separate phone right now.
Michelle, while you're up here, why don't you promote my channel a little? Tell everyone about my channel.
What's that?
Tell everybody about my channel. Promote my channel.
You mean the God's Hero channel?
Yeah.
It's
best channel ever.
On YouTube, but you didn't give me a copy of what it's about. So
you don't have to know what it's about. Just say sub up to God's Hero Live on YouTube.
God's Hero Live. Okay, that's the channel. Yep. And what do you discuss on the channel?
Awesome stuff.
Okay, obviously about God, right?
Well, yeah, we do game shows and we talk about it.
All right. And you guys know, most of these people know that I have a live show tonight at 9 on YouTube as well.
Don't tell me you're gonna be doing the
Okay,
trucks.
so Season's just posted a link to it. Can you guys pin things? Because I noticed that even though I'm a mod, I can't pin things. I'm gonna need to go
How
on
are you
and
not a mod? I didn't make you a mod.
I thought as a mod I could pin things, but I don't seem to have. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. You do have a Nightbot. Ah,
What do you
interesting.
think about Daryl Strawberry?
I guess when I figured out what it says account, I still went up with Nightbot too.
Darryl Strawberry was a great player.
All right, who do you think was a better player, Strawberry or Mattingly?
What are we gonna do tonight? Well, probably we're gonna start by having a normal show, and depending how it's gonna go, we're gonna probably go over to Chatterbait and watch porn videos and get a little high browsing.
Michelle, now you're doing drugs? Michelle, when did you start doing drugs?
What's that?
When did you start doing drugs?
When I started doing Chatterbait,
No, drugs. Did you said you were
no. The people want me to have some edible marijuana tonight because it's legal in Connecticut now, which is fine. But like I said, it's not really my favorite, but
Wait. Have you?
it's
have
a
you
little
done this
safer than
before?
alcohol for me
Have
because
you
I
done
am a
this
predisposed alcoholic, so I really shouldn't be drinking.
All right, Michelle. My question to you is: all right, have you ever done this before, or is this the first time that you're trying?
No,
this?
it's not the first time. I have used edibles a couple times already, and I found out that I got to be careful with them because use 3 pieces of chocolate is enough to basically totally pass me out.
Who bought you? Who bought you the drugs?
So, but it's not my really, my big.
How did you get these edibles? Just out of curiosity.
Somebody actually bought them for me.
They bought them for you and handed them to you?
Yeah, it's a dispensary.
You went to the dispensary, or someone else went to the dispensary?
The person that bought it for me went to the dispensary.
I understand that. Did they hand it to you?
They gave it to me as a gift. Yes. Okay.
So this person came to you and handed you these edibles.
Well, that's what I got, and it's tried them too, but it made him knock them off for full 18 hours straight.
Michelle, all right, Michelle, who is sending you
What's
these edibles, and do you know for sure that they are real edibles? I mean, how do you know that someone just didn't make some brownies?
They're the real deal. If they are approved, they're manufactured by a properly made company. They're not just something somebody made in their kitchen.
Somebody sent them to you?
So someone sent them to you in the mail.
What's that?
So somebody sent
Okay,
them to you in the
Kathy.
mail.
I hear what you said, Kathy. I agree with you.
Well, I don't have much more to say about it. Just to say is that Skynet suggests I have some tonight before we go over to Chatterbait. I don't know if we're going to do that or not.
I'm the one that said it. Yep, it was me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's legit stuff? Is it bad?
All right. Anyway, I'm going to get ready to head out, and I just wanted to just see how you're doing. It looks like you're doing pretty good. Could somebody please post his Discord link so people can join his Discord to join the chat? Because I don't have a way of doing that. I can't pin anything as a regular mod. I have to see if I can change this setting so that mods can pin stuff. But for right now, if somebody could just make sure to post Ed's Discord link every so often.
Well, I'm not a mod, Michelle. I don't think anyone here is a mod, honestly.
Yes, Ed's voice turned into a waterfall. Yeah.
What do you mean a waterfall?
Wait,
what are you talking about? I talked for a while with this other guy
so
on here.
here's the deal. It's 5 milligrams per piece, right?
Mhm.
She's
20 pieces. Well,
The
she
package.
had 20.
Right.
She's down to 8 or 12. She's down to 12.
12,
So
yeah.
far, one time she took one and she went to sleep. The next time we told her, all right, you want to try to stay awake, and she took 3. And she said it was like talking to a water.
Because Kizzy suggested try taking 3 because the one didn't do much.
Well, Michelle, you're a big girl.
Well, I
You're
only
very
took
big
2.
girl,
I only
and-
took 2 of those. I tried 2 of those,
This is
and
the
I
first
slept
time
for
you get
18
a
hours.
surprise. What I mean,
I
like
took-
I remember
listen,
the first time I got
I'm
high,
trying
it
to say
was-
something, guys. I took 2 of those, and I slept for 18 hours.
Right. Well, Ed, you're not supposed to sleep all day when you do them. You're supposed to be awake. It's
They
not a
put me.
sleep
They
drug.
knocked me out. They just knocked me out. That's the only time I took them. That's all they did was knock me out.
Were you drinking at the time, Ed?
Hey, Dylan.
Because sometimes the marijuana will intensify the buzz of the alcohol. I mean, all the time it will.
We got Skynet here, me here, Noodles here. Noodles, who's that picture of that little girl there in your thumbnail?
That's me. It's not a
Oh,
little
that was
girl.
you? As
Yeah.
a kid.
That's me when I was a kid.
Okay, so you're like 5 years old, 7 years old.
Probably 2.
Okay, I wasn't sure. First I thought it was a little girl, but I just realized it was a little boy. Have you ever tried drugs? No, she wants to.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle, aren't you afraid that you're going to start getting involved with marijuana? Then you're going to want to try some cocaine, and then you're eventually going to start popping pills.
I don't see myself using it as a gateway drug. I really don't. Because I'm more concerned if I drink alcohol, what alcohol will do to me. So I choose not to drink alcohol because alcohol.
She drank wine a few times.
Because
Listen, she drank,
Michelle,
Michelle, you drank wine, you were fine. You drank wine, made you happy and laughful, and I know what you're saying. You don't want to get hooked, but you can easily get hooked on wine for sure.
What about beer, Ed? You get hooked on beer?
Everything in moderation.
It does help with my eyes, yes.
Michelle waited, I think, 7 days since she's done edibles last. So, I mean, she's not doing them every day.
No.
No.
Yeah, but can't you just? I mean, all right. This is my concern. Serious concern. She's working out now. She's getting healthy. She's starting to see results. She's starting to realize that, oh, I popped something. I eat something like this. It makes me feel better. I can do the live streams. I don't get stressed out anymore. Can't you see it progressing? Like steroids, fucking cocaine, possibly.
I mean, I don't think anyone
Yeah.
other than Andrew is going to be promoting, like really nasty drugs to her.
Oh yeah, that's right. Keep her away from Andrew.
Most people are like,
Andrew
"Hey,
ever tried to
let's
talk
stay
to him to do it still?"
exercising."
Michelle, has Andrew S. ever talked you into doing hardcore narcotics?
Are you all right, Michelle? What's going on over there?
Ed, have you ever done any hardcore drugs in your life?
Michelle, you're all right. Michelle,
What?
you're all right.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just in the bedroom just listening to conversation.
Okay.
Oh, it sounded like you were choking or something there.
No. I was just relaxing.
Okay.
All I gotta do is I gotta put some eye drops in my eyes. Yeah. So I was just checking to see how the show was going. That's why we came on, was to see and say hi to you, Needle, so you know I did hear you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just concerned because you're working out. You're starting to see results. You're starting to see things change. You're feeling better, and you're feeling better when it comes to eating this marijuana. And you're saying that, oh, I get too tired. Why not try some cocaine or something like that, or maybe crack or anything like that? What's holding you back?
I'm not into that stuff.
I would say, what about a pre-workout? You know, like
Yeah, I know, but like, what's really
Besides,
holding you back from
I mean,
hardcore
crack is not too good because it actually will rot your teeth out. I already have teeth problems, so I don't need to rot mine worse. You know.
I'm not promoting her doing this. I'm just saying, like, what is because I know what makes me not do it. I know it makes me not do it. What is holding Michelle back from being a hardcore drug user?
Well, right now I'm trying to get my health back into normal standing. That's the whole thing for me. You know. Don't forget to put a like in the like jar, guys. He's only at 1 like, 2 likes. Come on, pump that like jar. And yes, his are visible.
Yeah, I'm here, Kathy. If you can hear me, just too many people talking at once. That's why I'm typing to you.
Ed, have you ever taken any hardcore drugs? Like, you ever smoke crack or anything like that? Or like hallucinogenics or anything like that?
Well, only one time when I was younger, I tried a half hit of what was called micro dot. Only one time ever. And there was, I guess, a type of acid or something. The only one time I ever did it, and that shit, oh, I never had a high like that in my life. I said, never again. It kept me up almost 2 days. I couldn't sleep. I was restless.
My God.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
again.
I
No,
would do that.
no.
Why did everybody talk about like acid and mushrooms like it's some great thing?
It's not, believe me.
Doubt. And now just keeping up for 2 days and you can't deal with it.
Well, I don't particularly like acid, but I like mushrooms. It's only 8 hours. Sometimes.
Yeah, Seasons keeps telling me to do shrooms with her. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, you gotta watch out which mushrooms if you do that, because some of
Do
them
it
are poisonous.
daytime though. Don't do it at night. Don't have like shit.
But some are poisonous. You gotta know what you're doing, because some can kill you. They're poisonous mushrooms, you know.
You all right there? You sounds like you're like having trouble breathing.
Yeah, what's going on, Michelle? I could hear it too. You all right, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Why
I'm
you
just,
sound like you're having trouble breathing?
I know, I always squeeze once in a while.
Ed, go run in there and go check on her.
It's just like asthma. I have asthma, which people don't realize that. And I just happen to be that I just logged on this you so I can give me some mods, because I see that Savannah's here, Canadian's here.
I've never heard that you had asthma my entire on the show.
That sounded like COPD.
No, there's nothing going on, Ed. What do you want me something to go on? Would you like something to go on?
No. Why would I say that?
Wow,
Because you guys are wondering why I get asthma. Because I got asthma.
Michelle, he just went in there to see if you were all right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Why'd you get on his case?
Okay, Savannah's a mod. Gianni, you're a mod. You can help Ed out, man. It's his channel now. So I'll just switch back to my account right now. So.
Ed, let me ask you a question. If Michelle was choking on a piece of meat or something like that, would you even be able to wrap your arms around her to give her the Heimlich maneuver?
What?
I would try, but I'm not sure how to do that. I never did it, but I would definitely call 911 immediately.
Let's teach you how to do it. Go in the room with Michelle. I'll walk you through it. All right, and I'll tell you how to do it. You gotta get behind her, put your arms around her, right above the navel, right above her navel. You're gonna make a fist, or you're gonna use your thumb knuckle, and you're going to basically go in and up, in and up, in and up, over and over again until she vomits.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Right around the chest, like to the upper area, and you grab.
So why don't you go out by Ed? So let's see Ed wrap his arms around you and try to give you the Heimlich maneuver. Michelle?
Yeah, he's doing good today. He's got 15 people.
No, Michelle. Michelle, go out into the living room with Ed, and we're going to show you guys how to do the Heimlich maneuver. Do you know how to perform the Heimlich maneuver?
Right now, I'm
What's
kind of
this?
tanked up, so.
Oh. No, it wasn't doing that, guys. Trust me.
Ed, are you already feeling cocked?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
kind
don't
of.
you
I
want to
got a
not
good
like
buzz
choke to
going
death?
now. Normally, I don't drink this early normally, but I was up early today, nothing else to do, so.
So how many beers do you have a day, Ed? You have more than 3 beers a day?
Well, usually, yeah. Light beer only, but usually, yeah. All different amounts.
All right,
But
guys, I'm
I
gonna
like
let
to
you
drink
guys
wine.
go. So you
I like to
guys
drink
can talk
wine
amongst
because
Where
wine,
you
I
yourselves.
don't
going,
drink as
Michelle?
much beer. Wine's cheaper, it lasts longer, it tastes just as good, and I don't drink as much beer when I'm drinking wine. So I drink that too now.
So, Ed, I'll talk to you a little later.
How fast can you drink a beer, Ed? How fast can you slam one, or do you sip it?
I used to do this. Quarters thing. They call it quarters. To get the quarter, and you bounce the quarter and get it, and somebody's got to drink the whole glass. Whoever did it.
Yeah, but can you like shotgun a beer? Do you know how to shotgun a beer?
Yeah, I did that before too. Kathy, no, Michelle's not my wife. We're just longtime friends.
Can you show us how to shotgun a beer? I've never shotgun a beer before. Can you show us?
Shotgun means I open a can and then just guzzle the whole can at once. Yeah, I've done that several times. Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to stab a hole in the side of it and pound it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it won't all pour in.
Yeah, I think what Ed's talking about is slamming a beer. You're slamming one, Ed. That's not a shotgun.
Well, what's a shotgun? Would you please stop that? Who's ever doing that? Yam Ranch, knock it off. I know it's you. Yam Ranch, knock it off. I know it's you. We both know it's you. Keep it up.
I have the inside scoop about Yam Ranch if you want it. If Yam Ranch doesn't shut up, I'm going to tell everybody. Okay, Yam Ranch, you want me to tell everybody?
Knock it off, Aunt Lee Yam Ranch. We know it's you. Knock it off. All right? Because we know it's you. We just can't prove it. So knock it off.
Michelle, why are you letting these people up here?
Disgusting when they do that.
Yeah, but Michelle, you let these people up here. You know it's him.
If anybody's doing that,
Yeah, I do know it's him.
the people on
I
Discord
don't know his real name, but I wish I could find
put
out.
him out of there.
All right, I'm going to tell a little
I have
secret.
to call out this Discord to make you mad.
So tell everybody the secret about Yam Ranch? Did I tell everybody the secret about Yam Ranch? You want to hear a little secret about Yam Ranch, Michelle?
You think it's Yam Ranch doing it?
It's probably Yam Ranch and Butter.
I don't know. Greg Herbert.
If Yam Ranch doesn't want me to tell the secret, then he better stop, and he better not come up here ever again, or I will tell the secret.
What secret is this?
I'm not going to tell it. If Yam Ranch comes back up here, I'll tell the secret. But until he does, I'm keeping that secret safe with me. It's about Blazing Leo and Tiger Kitty, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. You want me to tell everybody, Yam Ranch? You better not come up here, faggot. Thank you.
I see a person I'm going to basically throw out of here. Yeah. Gonna use my power of my wrench.
What do you think about that, Yam Ranch?
Yeah. But let's make some more mods.
Hey, Rusty.
Let's do some more legitimate mods.
Hey,
Alright?
hey.
Save that one. And Johnny's a mod.
Michelle, did you eat any of those edibles?
No, I would never recommend anyone to eat some. That'd be bad.
Yeah, I know, but did you take them already? Or are you just waiting for them to kick in, or?
It's just like any. It's just like any medication.
Yeah, I know, but I'm asking you, did you take them already? Like, are they in
No,
your
no,
system right
no,
now?
no. I have asthma, but sometimes it's why I breathe hard. It's because of my asthma. Because I don't have my inhaler right now. I've got one, but it's.
You know what? You know what it is, Michelle. When you sit down, all that weight is putting a lot of pressure on your rib cage, and it's causing you to have trouble
I'm making
breathing.
you mod noodles so you can help manage this craziness. Because Ed doesn't know how to do the Discord side of things, so we can use all the help he can get.
You know what, Michelle?
Largely,
I'm
I'm
gonna
giving
ask
you
someone to
mod
help you
rich
out.
too.
How about this? Can I ask somebody on behalf of me? I'm going to go and ask somebody to help you out. Maybe they'll be interested. And Michelle, you got to treat these people with respect. You cannot disrespect these people if they come here and help you or whatever, Michelle. But I can get someone over here that might possibly help you with this Yam Ranch business.
Who's this now?
Well, I can't tell you right now in front of everyone. I mean, I can tell you privately. It's
Okay,
heavy. I'm going to say it's a very
Frank Herbert idiot. No.
Ed, Strawberry or Winfield?
Strawberries is better than Winfield, I think.
Strawberry or Rigetti?
Strawberry.
Right. Strawberry or Mattingly?
You're asking me. I don't like. I never really liked any Yankees players except for there was one because what's his name there? Derek
Mookie
Jeter.
Wilson?
I thought Derek Jeter was cool. Yeah.
No, that's not. That's the gay Yankees. I'm talking about the '80s Yankees.
I didn't even like.
Right, you got Winfield. You got Rigetti.
No.
You got Mattingly. You got fucking Mookie. Right? Who else?
I didn't like the Yankees at all. In the '80s, they mostly sucked anyway.
No, they didn't. They were the best fucking team ever in the '80s.
They didn't win that many pennants in the '80s. They did it in the
Doesn't matter.
'70s.
They kicked the shit out of the Mets every fucking time, every chance they had.
In the '70s, they won the pennants. Then the '80s, they had a cool spell.
The Mets don't win anything. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Yankees. In the '90s, they started winning. Mid to late '90s, they became really good Yankees.
Okay, so when did the Mets start winning?
The Mets are sporadic. They either have a good season or a bad season. They never had in between, really. When they win, they win. When they're going to win, they're going to win. Like 2015, every year they ever did it. That's just the way things were clicking for them. That seems to be the story with the Mets through the years. I've been a Mets fan since 1973 and a Red Sox fan since 1972. And I could tell you that about both teams. The Red Sox the same way, the Red Sox too. But the Red Sox...
Yeah, living in Connecticut, do you find yourself being more like of a Massachusetts guy or more like a New York guy?
Kind of both, because this is New England. So Massachusetts is part of New England. And actually, Connecticut is part of what they call the tri-state region, which has New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Yeah. So
yeah, you're in New York,
both.
New Jersey, Connecticut. You're not part of fucking Massachusetts.
No, but they call Connecticut, New York, New Jersey tri-state area, and then they call Connecticut part of the New York. New England, part of New England.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I always thought Connecticut was like us. I thought it was always New York, Connecticut, and Jersey.
No, because like New England states, they say is like the New England Patriots is supposed to be represent all New England states. They call under New England states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The Mets suck. Never liked the Mets. I was a big hater of the Mets.
Oh,
A
yeah?
lot of Jewish kids in my town used to like the Mets. That's about it. I mean, if you were a Mets fan, you definitely weren't Italian. Definitely weren't. You were either Jewish or some kind of like Dominican.
No,
You know?
I always been a Mets fan all my life, and Red Sox also, both. But that kind of happens when you see a team when you're that young in life, you know. So
Yeah, Sandy Koufax. You're right. Jewish. Yep.
I know a
That's
lot of
right, Gian.
people. If you look at the history, a lot of people were really upset when the Dodgers left New York City in the '50s. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it was the Brooklyn Dodgers, right?
yeah, Brooklyn. Yeah,
Yeah. My grandfather was from Brooklyn, or he was living there, and he was a big Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
That was like what? That was like after World War II, right?
yeah. I can't believe there was one man. I watched a documentary on it. There was actually one man that stopped the Dodgers from staying in Brooklyn. And that was this one man that wouldn't give the owner of the Dodgers a place where he wanted in the city. He wanted to be where he wanted, this guy that was in charge of all that stuff. And this one man stopped him, and this one man's the one that killed the Dodgers from staying in Brooklyn. I watched the documentary last night. Yeah.
I gotta use the bathroom to go pick up something downstairs. So the mail came. Or at least some of the mail came.
You're going to have to go spend all that money she made today on YouTube.
Why don't you make that much money?
Ed, I'm telling you, there's money to be made here, and I'm telling you, Ed, I can listen. I know you don't know me or whatever, but you know that the day that I went down there to go have lunch with Michelle, I made her $100 in donations. You know that, right?
That's what she said. Yeah.
All right, Ed, I can get you the same thing. It's just that you gotta let me like kind of like set something up for you, and you gotta do some kind of comedy stuff, dude. You know?
Yeah, but Michelle doesn't do nothing extra special. She just talks about life.
No,
Mostly
she lets
serious
people
stuff.
participate. She lets people call in. She's advertising me. You want $20 right now, Ed? You want $20? You start screaming "God's Hero Live," right? And I'll give you $20. I want to see you slam a beer and shout out God's Hero, jump up and down, stuff like that.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Well,
that's how you get the money. You got to perform. So let me think up of something for you, okay? And maybe we can play a character, and I can maybe make some promos for you and everything. And we get you monetized. I'm telling you. You want to do that?
I suppose, yeah.
All right, but Ed, it can't be. And the other thing is that like these people are jerks, right? And people are gonna say rude things or whatever. People are gonna be nasty. As long as no one's hurting you, all right? Just remember this: as long as no one's hurting you, just let it slide off your back, all right? Don't worry about it. Don't get all butthurt over these people. These people are idiots. Just take their money. They'll give you money. I'm telling you. And don't hurt yourself over this. Don't force yourself to drink. Don't ever do that. If they tell you, "Oh, Ed, I'll give you like $20 if you drink like 10 beers," don't do it. Tell them you'll slam one beer for $10.
I'm gonna put some music on.
Well, no one wants to hear music, but I will say this: if you are gonna put music on, you got to sing to it.
Yeah, as soon as I find my station here.
Or what song are you gonna play?
I got certain I'm doing my Roku box. I got certain stations that I use.
I believe it's pronounced Roku.
Yeah.
Or Roku. So this is what I suggest you do right now, right? I suggest you crack open a beer, right? You fucking pretend it's like a microphone. You sing to the song that you're gonna play, right? Just sing over it and drink and give big shout outs to people. Be like, hey, Kathleen, you're the best. Gianni, #1. You know, stuff like that.
You guys hear that? You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Johnny Rivers.
Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving.
All your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving.
Perfect.
That's a sign of weakness. Man.
All right, now take off your hat and show everybody your hair that you're going to donate to Locks for Love. Locks for Love. Tell them, Locks for Love.
Sweet baby, I
And blow
need
kisses.
your
Blow kisses to all your
loving.
female supporters.
Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Okay, I'm ending the stream. Goodbye. I've had enough of that. Goodbye.